Hello, Lensmates, and welcome. It's your host, Book Lens. For this story, I want you to just get comfortable. Maybe find a quiet spot, lie down, close your eyes if you like, and just listen. We're going to explore a story about a truly beloved artist, an unexpected tragedy, and the incredible community that rose up around him. So, the news that really sent shockwaves through Punjab and far beyond was both sudden and just heartbreaking. The acclaimed singer and actor, Rajvir Jawanda, its incredibly vibrant voice in the music world, is now in a fight for his life after a really terrible accident.
It all happened on a Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Rajvir, who was known for his love of motorcycles, was out on a ride with his friends, heading towards Shimla. But near a place called Badi in Himalaya Pradesh, a severe road accident happened. And just like that, in a single moment, it felt like the music stopped.
To really get a sense of how serious this is, you just have to look at the official words from Fortis Hospital in Mohali. It lays out the severity of his injuries, head and spine, and the massive challenge he and the medical staff are facing. The words might sound clinical, but the reality behind them is, deeply human and incredibly fragile.
Let's just walk through those first few hours, because they really show just how dire the situation was from the start. After the accident that morning, he was rushed to a civil hospital, and there he suffered a cardiac arrest. By the time he even got to Fortis Hospital, around 1:45 in the afternoon, his condition was described as extremely critical. By that evening, he was on a ventilator, and that's when this long, prayerful wait really began.
So to really understand why this news has shaken so many people to their core, we kind of have to understand the man himself. Who is Rajvir Jawanda, and why does his voice mean so much to millions of people?
His story is so fascinating. He comes from a family in Ludhiana, but his path to stardom wasn't a straight line. He actually trained with the Punjab police for a while before he went on to get a master's in theater. It's this amazing blend of discipline and pure artistic talent. It all shaped him into this incredible performer, this singer and actor who's just famous for his electric energy on stage.
People often use this really powerful description for him, the voice of a lion. And that's not just about how strong his vocals are. It's about his deep, unwavering commitment to representing the real, authentic folk culture of his home.
And that folk culture is just so important. See, Punjabi folk music isn't just a bunch of catchy songs. It's more like a living library of stories, tales of love and bravery, of history, and of the struggles people face. By making this genre his own, Jawanda became more than a singer. He became a keeper of that culture. But his bond with the people, it went way beyond just traditional music. He used his incredible platform to stand shoulder to shoulder with them during one of the biggest social movements in India's recent history.
Remember the huge farmers' protests back in 2020 and 2021? Well, Rajvir Jawanda, along with many other Punjabi artists, was right there, showing his full support. For a culture so tied to its farming roots, it made perfect sense. His music wasn't just playing in the background of the protests, it became the soundtrack, an anthem that truly gave voice to the movement's hopes and frustrations. These lyrics here, they're from his song Sundilye, which means Listen Delhi. It was this powerful, direct message to the government, sung from the heart of the protest. It was raw, it was defiant, and it left absolutely no doubt about where he stood.
And the impact was just massive. That protest song got over 7.5 million views on YouTube alone. This wasn't just another hit song, it was a genuine cultural moment. It really proved that his art wasn't just for show, it was for a purpose. It connected with millions because it was speaking their truth.
So it's really no surprise that in the days after his accident, that very same community, the one he sang for, the one he stood with, rallied right back around him.
The response has just been this incredible, overwhelming wave of love and prayer.
Even a superstar like Diljit Dosanjh actually paused his own concert in Hong Kong to ask the thousands of fans there to pray for Rajvir. And his words just say so much about the kind of respect Rajvir has in the industry, not just for his talent, but for his character. As Diljit said, he was never caught up in any controversy.
And the scale of this community is just staggering. I mean, think about it. 2.4 million followers on Instagram. In the days after the accident, that platform basically transformed. It became a kind of digital vigil, where every post was just flooded with thousands of messages of hope and support. It was like a collective prayer circle.
And that support has poured in from absolutely every corner. Punjab's chief minister went to the hospital himself. Artists like Gippy Grawal have been right there with his family. You have political leaders from all different parties setting their differences aside to offer prayers. And back in his home village, they held a special community prayer, an artist, which just shows how deep his roots run.
But unfortunately, in times of crisis like this, another kind of battle often starts up, a battle against misinformation. So while the community was praying, they also had to protect his dignity from some really damaging rumors that started spreading online.
This really shows you the challenge they faced. On one side, you had these horrible, fake, rip posts and false reports starting to make the rounds. But on the other side, you had his friends and his colleagues stepping up. This plea from fellow artist Amrit Maan to not post fake news became a rallying cry, urging everyone to focus on positive prayers, not destructive lies.
So as we bring this story into the present moment, we're really left to think about the man, the artist, and the incredible echo that his voice has created in the world.
And amidst all the public news and updates, a deeply personal, almost haunting detail came out. A close friend shared that on that morning, Rajvir's wife had a bad feeling, a sort of premonition, and had actually asked him not to go on the ride. It's just a heartbreaking detail that reminds us there's a real human story at the center of all this.
The most recent word from the hospital is a very sobering reminder that this fight is far from over. Scans have shown there's extensive damage, and the doctors have said his overall prognosis remains guarded. The hope is still there, of course, but the path forward is very, very uncertain.
And that really leaves us with this final thought to consider. The story of Rajvir Jawanda is about one man, yes, but the massive response? That's about all of us. It shows that when an artist connects so deeply with the culture and the heart of their people, their voice becomes something more. It becomes a reflection of the community itself. And when that voice is in danger, that community rises up to protect it, to pray for it, and to show the world just how powerful one voice can truly be. Thank you for listening, Lensmates.